Typical. So by now, I think everyone should know what Resurrection is, and it's more or less Marvel's way of apologising for the lack of X-Men titles and the way that the mutants have been mistreated over the last several years. And what Marvel's trying to do now is pretty much bring the X-Men back to the forefront. However, Resurrection might mean a little something more, because in the cover for X-Men Blue issue 5, they are hinting at a specific someone who might be coming back. And as you can see on the cover, this character clearly has claws. Claws like maybe a dead character, like let's say Logan? And by Logan, I mean the mainstream continuity Wolverine who did die during the Death of Wolverine storyline a few years back. And as we know in the current comics, Wolverine's adamantium body has been floating around all over the Marvel Universe at this point. But let's take a step back and not just assume the obvious. Because the one thing that prevents the likeliness of the real Wolverine coming back is Old Man Logan clearly floating around in the Marvel Universe still and is not going anywhere anytime soon. So what if this character is the return of Darken, who is trying to redeem himself? Because you know, after the death of Wolverine, Darken has been pretty much left into obscurity at this point. Last time I checked, Darken was one of the members of the Four Horsemen, and from what I've heard recently, Darken has pretty much left from being a horseman. However, there's one specific character who I think is going to return that isn't Wolverine. And that character in question is of course Jimmy Hudson. Now for those who might not know who this character is, Jimmy Hudson exists in the Ultimate Continuity and is the biological son of Wolverine. And just like his father, Jimmy has the exact same abilities as Wolverine has. And for a time even took up the mantle of Wolverine. However, this character has not been seen since Secret Wars. Now this could be me overthinking a little bit, but just look at his clothes. Notice how he's wearing a specific brown hoodie, and notice how creased his clothing really is. And of course in the Ultimate Universe, Jimmy Hudson does wear that similar brown hoodie and his clothing is very creased to pieces. Now if you pay close attention to the cover for X-Men Blue issue number 6, notice how this character does actually have blonde hair. Now this could be because of the pixels or maybe the lighting, but even still I'm pretty convinced that this is blonde hair. And as you can see, Jimmy Hudson does have blonde hair also. So because of the similar clothing, the fact that he has blonde hair, and the fact that he hasn't been seen ever since Secret Wars, I'm pretty convinced that this secret character is of course going to be Jimmy Hudson. I mean, that could be wrong and that it is in fact Wolverine, but I'm pretty convinced that this could be Jimmy Hudson. I mean, come on, Miles Morales has been in the main continuity for quite a long time now, and the same could be said for the Ultimate Evil Reed Richards. Hell, I've heard rumours that even Ultimate 4 is gonna come soon. So when you really think about it, Jimmy Hudson's return is a lot more logical than you may think. But again, I could be wrong in that it could in fact be the return of Wolverine or maybe even Darken. And at the end of the day, this is only me speculating about this. And if it is truly Wolverine that is going to come back, then this theory on Marvel Generations going to be about bringing back all the older characters seems a lot more logical. So who do you think this returning character is going to be? Do you think it's Wolverine, do you think it's Jimmy Hudson, or do you think it's even Darken, or do you think that's someone else completely different? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.